When it comes to the food you eat, whether you're paleo, vegan, gluten-free, or just somewhere in between, there are 3 nutrients that you pretty much can't avoid: fat, salt, and sugar. But that's for good reason. Your body needs each of these in order to survive. But the key is, in what amounts does it need and what types does it need? That's where it gets tricky. So let's break it down with sugar right now. Sugar comes in 2 major forms: in naturally occurring or natural sugars, and in refined table sugar or added sugar. Where do those natural sugars come from? Well, they come from natural sources. They come from things like fruits and vegetables. When you eat an apple, you know that it's sweet. But they also come in things like grains, rice, your bread, your pasta. That's right, the bread you eat and the pasta you eat actually can have a lot of sugar in it. And then other starches, like starchy vegetables, also contain sugars. So your starchy vegetables are your potatoes or your corn. Those also contain sugars. Sugars also are found in other natural sources like maple syrup, honey, and regular old cane sugar. Cane sugar is not all bad. It's a plant that grows and it can be grown organically, and it's not horrible for you, of course, in moderation. So those are your primary sources of natural sugars. Now, where it gets really tricky are with those refined or added sugars. Now it's important to know where these refined sugars are hidden, because believe me, they are hidden all over the place. Certainly they're hidden in your juices that you can drink. Regular old juice that you might be buying at the grocery store can have a lot of added sugar in it. Sports drinks are a huge source of hidden sugar. This sports drink right here, sugar is the 2nd ingredient listed in it, and then a whole bunch of other artificial colors and other nasty stuff like that. So pay attention to what you're drinking. Definitely can have a lot of added sugar hidden in there. Then your cereal, especially if it has this white sugary looking stuff on top, that is definitely a lot of added sugar in there. So you want to avoid your sugared cereal. And then candy. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat a piece of candy. It's definitely covered with a lot of sugar. This is definitely going to give you an energy boost, but it'll let you fall flat and it will give you no other nutritional value. So avoid it at all costs. So how do you break the cycle of eating all these refined and added sugars? Well, the World Health Organization recommends that no more than 10% of your daily caloric intake come from sugars, added refined sugars. And a lot of people believe it should be no more than 5% of your daily caloric intake. So what do you need to do? You need to become hyper aware. So when you go to the grocery store, all of a sudden you're looking at food and you're looking at it as a possible source of sugar. You're taking time to pick it up and to actually read the labels on the package. When you go to buy yogurt, if you were to buy this yogurt, for example, this has 18 grams of sugar in it. It's the 2nd ingredient listed in the ingredients panel there. Whereas this one, a plain old Greek yogurt, has half as much sugar, and that sugar is naturally occurring in the dairy product. So it's not an added sugar at all. This is nutritional. This your body knows what to do with and can totally digest. When you go to buy your cereal, you really want to pay attention with your cereal. Remember, cereal is made up of grains, so it already has a certain amount of sugar naturally in it, just by way of the fact that it's made of grains which contain naturally occurring sugars. So this is where you look more closely. You look at how much sugar it actually has in it, 11 grams, 18 grams, no way, this is going right back on the shelf. But you also look in the ingredients. If sugar is listed in the top 2 ingredients, put it back straight away. Remember that your ingredients are listed by weight. That means that the ingredient that there's the most of is going to be listed first in the ingredients panel. So if sugar is in those top 2 ingredients, put it back. The more sugar you eat, the more sugar you're going to want to eat further down the road. This is about making good habits, not bad habits. So let's start by breaking the sugar habit. And of course, you can find a whole selection of low sugar, healthy foods at Thrive Market, as always at 25 to 50% below retail pricing. But this is just about sugars. You also need to learn about fats and salts. There's so much to learn. So make sure you keep watching this video series, because this is about creating healthier habits and ditching the old habits, starting today.